I know we like to do what we want. I know we like to maneuver through this earth as if we're bosses and we CEOs, and we be running stuff around here, which is, if you like to think of yourself as a boss, you like to think of yourself as a CEO. That's amazing. You know what I'm saying? If you like to feel like you at the top of the food chain, man. Hey, we humans, so we really are at the top of the food chain. But you can feel like that all you want. You know what I'm saying? You can embody that all you want, but are you really that? As far as your lifestyle, are you really running a company? Are you really running a business? Are you really running an empire? And if the answer is no, then you gonna have to do some things that you don't want to do in order to get to that point. So therefore today this video is about doing what you don't want to do so you can eventually do what you want to do. Okay, boom. What brought me to this video today, man, is because the lifestyle that I currently live. The lifestyle that I currently live, man, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna say I do what I want completely, but in a sense I do, because I make my own schedule. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to go to work as I please. I'm able to come home as I please. All of that, right? But excuse me, y'all, about my allergies, but like, I know that I can't really do what I want. Because if I can really do what I want, man, I will only work for about 4 or 5 hours out the day, and I'll come home. But I can't do that. If I do that, I'm not gonna be able to keep up with my lifestyle. So majority of the days I'm working like all day, literally all day, right? And who wants to work all day every day? Literally work 12 plus hours every single day. Nobody want to do that. Unless you just enjoy doing it, unless you just enjoy working that much, But like, it's not what I want to do, but I know in order to reach the point that I want to reach, it's what I have to do for right now, you know? Like, honestly, man, the days when I can just wake up and completely do what I want, meditate, journal, read, pray before everything, do my spiritual work, and then hop into my real work. And then after I do my real work for a few hours, I'm able to go to the gym. I'm able to go on a run. I'm able to go play basketball. I'm able to go box. I'm able to go do all these things, right? That's when I know, okay, now I'm doing what I want. Right now, I'm definitely not doing what I want. Right now, I feel like I'm being rushed. My mornings have definitely slowed down because I started getting up earlier than when I was already getting up. Like, I used to get up 5 a.m. used to be the standard. Right now, 2 a.m. is the standard. Really, 1:30 is the standard. So I'm still getting adjusted to that, by the way. That's kind of tough. But yeah, it's just like, sometimes we just gotta humble ourselves, I understand, y'all, that we envision ourselves being a certain person, so we definitely have to become that. We have to, whoever you envision yourself to be, you have to start embodying those habits of that future self so that you can actually become that person, right? That's how the game go. But when we look at reality, we still have bills to pay. We still have, everyday essentials, and you know what I'm saying? We just not at that level yet. You don't have that $1,000,000, and you, you can have it in your mind. You can have it, you know what I'm saying? You can feel it like as if you have that $1,000,000, but you don't actually have it in your possession. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you have to still put in that work, man. Put in that effort in order to reach that stage of life. Do whatever you have to do. Don't let nobody throw you off your A game. Don't let nobody make you feel like you're doing too much. Don't let nobody make you feel like that you just that you killing yourself, that you burning yourself out. No, if you pray for it, you ask for it, God is going to do his part and you got to do your part. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're doing all that you can in order to reach that level. No matter what you got to do, no matter if you got to sacrifice some sleep, no matter if you got to sacrifice going without a meal, you know, skip breakfast, skip lunch, eat one time out the day. I'm not I'm not telling y'all to do that, but I'm saying if that's what it's going to take, that's just what it's going to take. You know, it's, we have to, if we not get into where we want to be in life, to where we desire to be, something gonna have to give. You're gonna have to change something. You're gonna have to start doing something that you might not want to do in order to get to that stage. You know what I'm saying? It's about sacrifice. It's about, it's about sacrifice, man. You gotta sacrifice this in order to get to this, sacrifice that in order to get to this, you know? But that was the message for today, y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all for too long. I feel real well rested today. I went on ahead, I slept in today. You know, like I said, I'm getting adjusted to my getting up at 1 a.m. schedule. So I've been doing that recently, and sometimes I just be needing my rest. You know what I'm saying? If I do that, if I only sleep a few hours, let's say 3 to 4 hours every single day, eventually I'm going, you know, all right, let me go ahead and sleep in. But yeah, I didn't want to do that, right? I didn't want to do that. So, but I had to, because it was eventually going to get to a point where, because I feel like, okay, tonight, after I get done doing what I need to do, I'll be able to go to sleep a little earlier and wake up the time that I want to get up. Eventually, it was going to get to a point where I kept on missing the time that I want to wake up because I burnt out. I don't want to burn myself out. So today I did what I didn't want to do, which is sleep in order to restart all over again tomorrow, you know? And it's going to get to a point where I'm eventually not want to get up at 1 a.m. no more, 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. no more. And, you know, I'm gonna be like, man, let me give me a little bit more rest. I'm gonna start getting up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. again. But in order to get to that stage, I'm gonna have to sacrifice a few hours of sleep right now in order to get there. So, yeah, man, let's go have a blessed day. Let's go have an amazing day. And let's go win. We winners around here.